Yeah, what's up, the squad? It's your favorite auntie with Uncle Tennessee's, and I had to just take a few minutes to come and talk about the transfer portal news about Kiki Iriafen. I'm probably messing her name up, but Kiki being interested in coming to South Carolina, being a Gamecock. And I say Kiki being interested because we know that there was a do not contact, which means don't call me, I'll call you, which means she called Dawn, right? We've been talking a lot about the transfer portal and if we needed somebody, if we didn't need anybody. Y'all know that I've been on the side that we don't need anybody. Part of that is just because I selfishly want to know if we built this thing right where we could come back and defend what we have with the way we built it without adding anything to it. So a lot of the names that were thrown out as being in the portal and potentially coming to South Carolina really didn't interest me, but this one I had to take a look at, partly because Kiki is a dunker, and secondly because she was the winner of the Katrina McClain Award this year. Katrina McClain is one of my favorite players. A lot of people probably don't even know who she is. Look her up. She was that deal back in the day. I guess I might be dating myself a little bit now, but Katrina McClain, that deal. If you don't know, ask somebody who does know. She's a name worth knowing. I may do a deep dive on Katrina. I digress. So it made me want to go and take a look at what Kiki could bring to the table, y'all. What does Kiki bring to the table? And I had to learn a little bit about Kiki, so I'm gonna give a little quick, just a quick snapshot of who she was, and then the eye test what I think about her as a player and how she could benefit us. So Kiki is a 2021 graduate of Harvard Westlake West Coast girl. So she's coming out of Studio City, California, Los Angeles, Beverly Hills area. 4-star talent, rated as the 19th best player in the country according to ESPN Hoop Girls when she came out of high school. McDonald's All-American, Jordan Brand Classic All-American. Finished high school as a record holder in both points, where she had 2,454, and rebounds, 1,655. 3-time Mission League champion, 18, 20, and 21. CIF Southern Section Division I champion, 20. CIF Open Division runner-up in 2018. 4-time All-Mission League, 2-time Mission League MVP, Division I John Wooden Award winner 2020. Played club basketball for West Coast Premier from 2018 to 2020. She's a 3-time Pac-12 champion, Pac-12 tournament champion, 2024, like I said, Katrina McClain Award winner, WBCA All-America Honorable Mention, Associated Press All-American Honorable Mention, Pac-12 Most Improved Player of the Year, All Pac-12 team, the 2023-24 Portland Regional 4 All-Tournament team, Pac-12 All-Freshman team, ESPN National Player of the Week, a Pac-12 Player of the Week, USBW and Myers-Drysdale National Player of the Week, Ball Dogs Classic MVP, Pac-12 Freshman of the Week, and a Pac-12 Academic Honor Roll student. Kiki is 6'3". This season, she averaged 19.4 points, 11 rebounds, 2.3 assists. She shot just about 55 from the floor. In the tournament, she averaged 28 points, 11.7 rebounds, 3.3 assists, about almost 1 steal, 1.3 blocks, just about 3 turnovers. She shot about 90% from free throw and 53 from the floor. Didn't take any threes. Very well-rounded player. Leader on the floor. I got a lot of respect for Kiki's game. I hadn't been a fan, I'll be honest. I'm not a Stanford fan, and I didn't pay much attention to Stanford because for the game that I did watch, because Juju was doing so much work dropping that 51 on them. It was just impressive. So I hadn't given Kiki a real look. So I did do an eye test. I watched a lot of film. I understand that this was her first season where she was really kind of playing a lot of minutes. She's coming from one of those programs, kind of like South Carolina, where you kind of wait your turn and earn your spot while you wait program. She highlighted coming into this year and being able to play a lot of these minutes. One of the things that helped her be able to do that was she had learned how to slow the game down internally so she could see the plays developing without letting it slow down her actual pace in the game. And I thought that was very telling, a maturity level that allows her to be a lot more effective in the game. So that was a great insight. I was glad she shared that. Tara and Dawn are alike in a lot of ways. I guess in some ways, Tara probably has been a mentor to Coach Big Drip. It's a good move for Kiki because she would be coming from a program, Stanford, we know traditionally known as an academic school. Um, South Carolina has a great engineering program. She's a design engineering major. We saw what Dawn was able to do for Joyce and her major coming over. So while you would not have the prestige of the Stanford name, I think she would still have that quality education. And I think it's the quality of the education that's the most important, even though when you see Stanford on a resume, what does that say about you? It carries you, of course. But South Carolina, no slouch out there either. She's joining a stable program if she decides to come here. We got a standard and a proven process. We know the standard is the standard, y'all. She still be challenged as both a student and an athlete, I believe. Not the exact same coaching styles, but same philosophy, I think, and goals, of course, based in hard work through the actual coaching styles are different. I think Tara's more kind of mental, play with your mind, not pit people against each other, but tries to encourage a competition amongst her players that I don't know that Dawn has to do. I think Dawn is a little bit more transparent about kind of just where you are and what you need to do. But both of those styles have been successful for them, and it works for the type of players that they bring into their programs. I think Kiki could benefit, from Dawn's style. Although I wouldn't say that I feel like Tara's style has hindered her. I just think that this year, with the growth that she's looking for, I think coming into Dawn's program and a body by Molly type of strength and conditioning program would help her as she prepares to try to get to the WNBA. So I think that's a win for her there. The Pac-12 SEC, I believe, have similarities in physicality and the quality of the play. I think SEC may be a little bit more physical, but I think for her style of play, especially with winning that Katrina McClain Award, it's not going to be too physical for her. I think Kiki would be able to step right in and play well in the SEC. By default, though, it also would be a great opportunity for Joyce Edwards, especially with them playing back and forth against each other. It would be a benefit, I think, for Kiki too. But I think it would be more on Joyce's side in the actual one-on-one battles that they may would have, and the things that Kiki could be able to teach Joyce about, those first 2 years and adjusting in college. I think that it would shorten the learning curve for Joyce Edwards a whole lot, being able to have Kiki around and practice with Kiki, although I don't doubt that she would be able to get that same information and that same development from just the program that Coach Big Drip has in place there. But I think in practice experience would just help Joyce improve faster, but also make us a lot more lethal and give us some versatility in the forward spot that we definitely could use. I think that she could potentially have like a pow impact on our bigs. I feel like pow came in last year and gave a confidence to our guards, especially in shooting the three, and taught them some things that they admittedly said that they needed in their game. Pace, when to push, when to slow down, how to stay poised, how to stay calm. I think that Kiki could come in and have that type of impact on our bigs. I could see her, especially because I do see the comparison that people make to Asia. I think that her work ethic and her approach to the game, and again, just that back and forth, iron sharpening iron between the bigs, I think would do well not only for Joyce but everybody. Sanaya, Chloe, Ashlyn, could definitely shorten their learning curve and put some weapons in their bags that weren't there before. So would definitely have a positive impact. I don't see any negative impacts so far, and this is just not including the chemistry. I don't think that Dawn brings her in, and I don't think that she comes in if the chemistry isn't there. She's not going to fit well with the ladies that we already have there. So that I'm not even thinking about that as an issue. Although I know if the chemistry isn't there, it could destroy everything that we have. So I don't even think we play around with the chemistry. She's got to fit to be able to transfer in there. So with that understanding, I don't see any negative impacts that she could really have now. It's going to be some minutes that we would have to share and a sacrifice that would have to be made there. But I think that's what the standard of the program is built on. So I think the ladies would be able to adjust to that and welcome this extra skill set, especially at the quality level that she's at, into the fold as we get ready to kick off this. I was going to say the revenge tour, this back-to-back tour. So the repeat tour, I guess, as they're calling it. She does pattern her game after Asia. She said she even went to the one-leg sleeve because of Asia. This would be a good opportunity for her to come and study in the same program that Asia kind of came up in and polished and finalized, kind of like her collegiate skill set before she went to the WNBA. And of course, the potential of being able to work with Asia at some point couldn't hurt, especially since you see kind of in the film that I watched on her, that her go-to move seems to be that jab step. She has that down really well. And speaking of like eye test, some of the other stuff that I saw, good size for a power forward center, benefit from Body by Molly Benetti. I think strength and conditioning with Body with Body by Molly would definitely have her body WNBA ready. She has great on-court energy. She never gets tired. She's very consistent. She has a high IQ, hard work ethic. Understands the repetition is the key. I was happy to hear that. She has a great grasp of the game. I felt like in some of the interviews that I listened to her, just a great understanding of the game. And not only that, a great understanding of what her skills are and where she's able to kind of excel and take advantage of other players, or what her strengths are. I felt like she had a really good understanding of what her strengths are and where she could. Yeah, I think she has a great understanding of her skill set and where she could exploit opposing teams on offense. So I also think that she is a leader. She has she's a real versatile player. She can finish on either side of the basket. She can play face up or with her back to the basket as well. She has a great post move package. I think that our forwards also our bigs, I guess, potentially all of them could benefit from learning from and adding, some of those pieces to their game as well. Personally, from a basketball standpoint, though, like I said, she seems to fit. Ultimately, we wouldn't know until the team is all together. But again, I said that's the biggest risk is bringing in an individual who could potentially mess up the chemistry in the family atmosphere. But I'm looking at it seems like it could work though. She seems accountable and confident, consistent, efficient. She shoots the midi. She sees the court well. She enjoys watching film. She has great bounce around the basket. I like that she can pop out and she can kind of pick and pop and hit the jumper. She hits that free throw jumper pretty consistently. She's a rim protector, and I think that she just really understands the game and what she brings to it. So all of those things sound like what a Gamecock would have to be to play under Coach Big Drip. So if she's the one, if she makes it to Columbia, I don't think she makes it out. Now, I know she has some stops along the way, but I think if she gets to Columbia, I think that she becomes a Gamecock. But y'all let me know what y'all think in the chat. How do you see us using her? Do you think that she should be signed to South Carolina? And then how do we split up the minutes between her and the rest of our bigs? Y'all let me know in the chat. I'm really interested about this one. So looking forward to seeing what you guys have to say here. And with that, y'all, it's your favorite auntie when Uncle tendencies. Until next time, stay tuned, y'all. Talk soon. I'm out.